A couple of test videos today to check out the sound levels, because on the last video, if you watched it or if you saw it on YouTube, you will know that the sound was abysmal. So today we are trying again. I've been tinkering with the sound levels and I think I've got them right. So we're firing up the game. Let's see how we go from there. And with a bit of luck, we'll be just running around for an hour or so, making sure sound levels are okay, explaining a few things, and boring the arse off you basically. And hopefully this time we got it right. I'm putting on Red Dead Redemption 2 because basically it's a game that I can tinker around with while we're talking about other things, shall we say. Now, covering a few things that I was talking about in my last stream, which nobody could hear. There are several reasons why I do this, one of which, or basically the main reason for which, is that I play games anyway on the PC, and the idea of streaming has always fascinated me. I've had no viewers on any of my videos so far. I think I may have had one on the last one, but I'm certainly not doing this for money, is what I'm trying to get across. It's never going to be a money situation for me. I work. I'm actually got a day off work today. I've got a day's holiday, but I work and that pays the bills, and this is just basically a hobby. Having said that, I would like to get a few viewers watching on a regular basis. I admire Helly and Kate, who does a lot of Soulsborne stuff, and Phoebe, who does Red Dead Redemption 2. I can't remember her handle, I do apologise to her, but I watch both of those and they are consummate professionals when it comes to this sort of thing. Knocks this into a cocked hat basically. What I do is just rubbish compared to them. I have had one or two ideas, one of which will be to organise something on trivia, which is my strength, if you will. I'm very much into trivia and I know a lot of stuff. There's so much stuff crammed into this head you wouldn't believe it. But the sort of trivia things I do on here are usually where somebody hosts and the viewers take part in the game. I don't really want to host a quiz program. I want to play the game against other people. But these are usually based in browsers. The sort of game I want is something like this, where the Twitch overlay can be put on top of a game which is similar in situation to this game, and people can see you playing it and maybe find some way of joining it. It's a lofty ambition. I'd love to do that sort of thing, but I really haven't. I've got to put a lot of thought into it. I've got to find out how to do it and whether it's worth doing it. Obviously, the problem with browser ones is that you're against people you don't know. The idea would be, for me, in this particular idea, will be to play the game with people that I do know, and who know me and who come to my look at this, who come to my stream to see that sort of thing. Anyway, that's a thing for the future. I would love to do a trivia thing. If anyone's got any ideas as to how I could do that, then feel free to tell me, because I'd really love to find out how to do that. Now, as regards to the sound thing, I think I might have cracked it this time, because the game last time was very obtrusive while I was talking. There was a thunderstorm going on at one point, and the storm was literally, I could hear that above everything else. I knew there was a problem. I just didn't realise how much of a problem until I tried to watch the video back. Now this time the game sounds aren't quite obtrusive, so I'm hoping we've got it sorted. This is my cam, I believe. Is it? Yes. No? No. Possibly. I have no idea if this is my camp or not. I think it might be somebody else's camp, to be honest, but there you go. Maybe not. He's not talking to me, so I'm assuming it is somebody else's camp. Yep. Oh, they've got dogs, so it's definitely not my camp, because dogs cost loads of dosh in this game. And what have we got over here? Buffalo. One kill a buffalo. Let's crouch down here. And then we're going to get the bow and arrow out. There's the bow and arrow. Let's do this one then. I know I've got one. Well, that is very peculiar because last time I played this game I bought a bow and arrow. Because I actually hunted with it. And I can't find my bow and arrow. Which is very peculiar. Let's have a look, see if I do own one. Yeah, owned. So why can't I find it? I'm going to have to buy a better arrow. Perhaps I've got no arrows, maybe that's the case. So let's try ammunition. And arrows. That should do for now. So theoretically I've got a bow, so I've got some arrows, so we should be able to select bow and arrow. And still nothing. That's just a lamb. Well, this is a very unusual time for it to happen, because normally I'll be playing on my own and I'll be able to have time to just sit there and work this out, but at the moment I haven't got time to do that without sort of ruining this for you guys. I wonder if my horse has got my bow. And there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Roach the Third. For those of you that don't know, I call all my horses Roach after the style of the late Witcher. Don't appear to have anything there. He's got some stuff to sell at the fences. That's no good. What's weapons are? There it is. So I've got to be near the horse, which is very peculiar. Never mind, I've got it. Bit of a strange situation where you have to have your horse near you to find a weapon. Right, now, these things usually take lots of arrows, so I'll probably take arrows and then run away. Okay, so you're wondering we're going on a hunt. Oh, that's interesting. What's that over there? There's probably just flowers. Yeah, need flowers. Oh, they appear to have disappeared. Never mind. Yeah, the other thing which I mentioned, and I'm sorry if I'm going over old ground, but I tried mentioning it last time, and I don't know if anyone heard me, is that I've got a very low-end gaming rig. I'm running on a 1660 graphics card. And also have trouble with temperatures in games. That can be annoying if I have to have the horse with me every time I want to get a new weapon. Anyway, yeah, I've had this very low end rig, and also, although there's plenty of storage in it, it does worry me when the temperatures start creeping up, which they do quite often. I understand that these things can run quite comfortably at sort of 90 degrees, and it never gets that high, but it's high enough that it's worrying occasionally. So, yeah. This is my modus operandi. I go around killing people basically and then looting them. I'm actually totally dishonourable in the online version of this game now. So, there you go. Oh, we've got a witness. Of course we've got a witness. And he shot me. Super duper. Okay. Now, this is another reason why I was mentioning the trivia side of things to you, because I am, as the title suggests, and as many other things might suggest to you, an elderly sort of person. I'm in the 60s now. I enjoy playing games, but I'm in the 60s, and this is why I think trivia is more my strong point in games. Having said that, I don't do a bad job at games. If you're expecting someone to be a sharpshooter, you're expecting me to be a sharpshooter, you'll be severely disappointed, I'm afraid. I die more often than I kill. Having said that, I'm told I'm quite entertaining when I actually do get going, and if I get regular streams going, I will probably be more entertaining. At the moment, I'm still trying to establish what I'm doing and whether I'm doing it right or not. I say I'm a great admirer of people who do streams on a regular basis and make good money out of streams. I only wish I could do that, but this is always and always will be a hobby for me. Now, I don't want to alarm anyone, but I did actually have 2 people watching at one stage. I very much doubt that they'll be sticking around for permanently sort of thing, but it was nice to see 2 people watching as opposed to just the one that normally sits there, which is probably me. I don't know how these things work, whether one means that there's only me watching or whether one means that there's somebody else watching as well as me. I suppose, like most streamers, eventually I do hope to make some money out of streaming. But at the moment, I'm 5-6 years away from retirement, so I very much doubt I'll be making any money in time to make myself rich. Nice. I like the community aspect of this streaming thing. I do have chat, and obviously nobody's chatting because I do have chat set up on this particular gameplay screen, and I'm not hearing anybody talking or seeing any messages come up on screen, so I'm assuming that it's locked. I'm assuming that nobody is. Search the camera. Right, nothing going on there. Another thing I mentioned, sorry if I'm going over old ground, but this is basically, I'm not sure what you could hear and what you couldn't hear last time I was playing the game. But every time I start playing this game, there was a comedy western, a spoof western many moons ago called Blazing Saddles, and it was exactly what it set out to be. It was a spoof on every western you've ever seen. But the theme tune was quite memorable, and for a spoof western, the theme tune actually sounded like it should be for a serious western. And every time I fire this game up, I hear the theme tune from Blazing Saddles, the spoof in question. Have a look on YouTube if you want to know what I'm going on about. Just been knocked over. It's worth a look. Blazing Saddles is quite funny. And the other thing I think about, I mean, I have over the years picked up a lot of pop culture, and again I mentioned this last time. I'm basically considering everything that I said last time wasn't heard by, but I've picked up a lot of pop culture over the years. With 60 years of absolute rubbish crammed into this head of mine, and I have things in there that are automatic. I hope this is making some sense. It's difficult to explain. If I see something, for instance, that has something, let me have a think about this. I'm trying to concentrate on the game as well, which is not doing me any good. I'm just trying to work out where I am. There are certain. Oh, this is where I wanted to be actually, because it's fancy. There are certain phrases which are connected with certain pop culture references, and when you see something relative to those pop culture references, you automatically think of the catchphrase that goes with it. There is a comedy film in which
You're back. Go on, have yourself a quick nosy.
There is a person who, when he hears the phrase "the common good," says "yarp." My wife and I cannot hear the phrase "the common good" without referencing that, and I think that's what I've been trying to say for the last half hour, and obviously I'm boring, completely rigid with it, is that there are certain pop culture references which are linked to a phrase, and wherever you hear that phrase, you are going to hear the pop culture reference. So if I say something that seems a bit strange, please feel free to ask me what it's all about, and I will try and explain.
Yep. No. Come across a few of these myself.
Last time I picked up a box of crackers in a house, and I said, "It's a cracker." No, "it's a cracker" is the catchphrase of an Irish comedian, and that accent is atrocious. It's the catchphrase of an Irish comedian called Frank Carson from back in the 1970s. And that's the kind of thing I'm getting at. I could no more pick up that pack of crackers without saying that than I could fly in the air. Having said that, I've also got 60 years of decent music, 60 years of decent comedy, 60 years of decent films, which you guys probably will never have. And I'll reference those as well. So, to my way of thinking, I suppose everyone thinks like this, but to my way of thinking, the 1960s, 70s and 80s were probably the best time to live ever. Let's see if we can't get a deer. No, I need the horse again. He's got my bow on it. I'm sorry about this. It's a ridiculous situation where you have to have your horse to get your bow. So I could do something to eat as well. I'll do that in a minute. Right, let's go hunting. So, where's the nearest one? They're up there. Oh, they're wolves. Far away. The hunting is good fun, but for some reason, well, I know exactly the reason why, but the animals seem to absorb ammo like nobody's business. In the main game, lost it. In the main game, it quite happily shows you killing a deer with one arrow. So, yeah, great. In this game, where you have to pay for ammunition with money, it takes about 10 arrows to kill one deer. And the reason behind it is quite simple, is that basically everything in this game is designed to make you spend money on gold bars, which are the de facto currency. I've killed one, at least you can kill him with one arrow. I was talking earlier on about the dogs in the camp, for instance. The dog in a camp, I believe, costs something like $210, or maybe more. I can't remember exactly how much it is, but basically, if you spend gold on it, you can get it, and if you buy gold bars, I'm not very I can only apologise, I'm not very coherent this minute. I'm trying to play the game and it's not going very well at all. The gold bars basically are the pay to win of the game. So you can easily do well in this game just by spending real life money buying gold bars. And everything in this game is designed to draw you into that financial situation where you're spending real life money to play the game. I don't do that. For one thing, I can't afford to do that. I'm not that rich, and for another thing, I refuse to pay just to win a game. If I can't win, then that's it. If I can't win by fair means, then forget it. Well, let's try this. This is going to take every arrow I've got. You watch. Bugger. Didn't shoot that very well indeed. Oh, what's that? Oh, I've dropped my coyote thing. Better pick it up. No, I'm not necessarily making excuses, although it probably sounds like it, but on days like today, when maybe I don't come across as very coherent, I should point out that I have several health conditions. I had a stroke, I've also got other issues which I won't go into vast details on, but it does mean that occasionally I come across as being a little bit less than coherent. So I'll ask you to excuse me if that happens. I'm going to stow this. And The other thing, of course, is that I am still at the moment very much at the beginning of my streaming career, so this is all still fairly new. Right. Swap over to the repeater just in case. You cannot shoot people with an arrow. Well, you can, but it doesn't do an awful lot. Right, let's just go for a ride, shall we? You're still going to marvel at the beauty of some of these games. The AAA games particularly. There's something to eat. We've got not an awful lot. Strawberries, why not? What is that? Oh, no, it's a card. Okay. Let's improve things on the Deadeye front. Okay. Oh, more deer. I do like the hunting thing, but it's pretty boring for you guys just going hunting. It takes so long.
Come on! Out of the way! You want to die?
And why didn't he do a witness thing then? I don't understand this witness mechanic in this game. You've got people right up close to you that see things and just do nothing. And then you've got a person a million miles away who suddenly shouts out, "I'm a witness," and then goes off to tell the nearest sheriff. It seems rather strange. Whoops. Don't think I intended to do that, have I? Don't think I intended to do that either, never mind. Okay, I think we better just get back where we were again. Right, we're back again. Oh dear, I'm not giving you a very good stream today, am I? To use one of my oft used phrase, the best thing you can do is shoot me. Put me out of my misery.
No day is kind for you. Devil in hell!
This has probably got to go down as probably one of the most least entertaining streams you've ever seen. I do apologise. Oh no, another one. Let's see what I can do with this guy. Really? I'm usually pretty good at this. On the map. Okay. Let's go and see what the stranger wants. What's this one? Bounty board. The bounty board is another pet hate of mine. Basically, what the bounty board is you can pick out bounties off the board, and you can go off and kill the bounties and get money. This is obviously another way that you can get money in the game. However, in order to become a bounty hunter, you have to pay a certain amount of gold bars, or well, not just gold bars or actual financial, actual in-game currency, but you have to pay. And I can't understand how they can say that in a game which essentially you've already paid for, you have to pay again in order to play another aspect of that game. It doesn't seem right to me. My thoughts on loot boxes, I mean, they're obviously a very contentious issue. My thoughts on loot boxes are quite simply that it's a form of gambling. It's a way of making money from gaming, and it's as well as gambling. Fast travel point, or a matchmaking point. very good ambient atmosphere in these games. The sounds and the general world building are great. Right, I'm going to ask you guys to bear with me for a few minutes. I'll try and leave you with a nice view. So give me a few minutes, I'll be back. Okay, sorry about that.
Hello there, welcome.
Take on a mission. Except apparently there aren't any. Okay, let's try again. Oh, it's very peculiar. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, me too. Why won't you give me any?
Hello again.
It seems to be glitched here a bit. Ah, it's more like it. Let's do a delivery. My favourite type of mission.
Let's see. I thought. No, it's just some mail, I'm afraid. Take a look around the side and see if there's some bags there. Whatever you find, take to the address that's marked on them. And that is the job.
That's the
You'll
job.
be paid more than the postman, though. I can assure you that.
Well, I should hope so as well.
Rain, remember.
I think the American Post Office, no rain, nor snow, nor gloom of night, and all that. Right, where are we? What am I doing over here? That's over there, that's why. One thing I've got against these deliveries is that they do tend to put the actual delivery bag in a strange place. Okay, here we go. Oops. Now I'm told, and I don't know how true it is, but I am told that in these games, the more time you take, the more reward you get. And it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. There seems to be in a lot of games there's no rhyme or reason for the mechanics, they just exist. These delivery missions are pretty much all the same. You get towards the end and then you get what happens now. I'm supposed to go that way. Which is that two people turn up like that and end up killing you if you're not careful, if you don't get them first. Getting pretty adept at avoiding them now though. Right, off we go again. As I say, these missions are pretty much the same in that respect. Just when you think you're delivering the bags to where they're supposed to be, you get these people turn up and try and take them off you. So. The other thing is they won't take the stuff off you when you've got your gun out for some reason. I wonder why. Right, actually you get quite good rewards for those, but not vastly so. Again, everything is geared towards getting you to buy these gold bars. Another aspect in the main game, and this is pretty much what I was trying to get at earlier on, in the main game, you loot somebody and you get dollars, $2, $3, $4, $5, whatever. In the online game, if you loot someone you get cents, like 5, 10, 20 cents, all of which is designed in the online game to make sure that you need to buy gold bars in order to win. It is a very nasty mechanic. I play games for fun, and if I feel that I have to buy currency in order to win the game, then I'm not having fun, especially if it becomes an addiction. Let's go back to your map again. See what else is on it. Tammy. Sounds an interesting person. Let's go and see Tammy, shall we? Why not? Of course, the other thing is, it's not only my ability to speak coherently that the stroke has caused problems with. The main problem that I have when I'm out and about is balance. I have problems with balance, but also it's in the part of the brain that deals with coordination as well. I was never fantastic at computer games, but I was a lot better than I am now. And it's my way of thinking. The one reason I play computer games now, video games, is to make sure that the brain keeps functioning as it should. I've seen a lot of people who just sort of start sitting down watching TV 24 hours a day and gradually vegetate. I'm not going to let that happen to me. I enjoy playing video games. Again, trivia pretty much helps do the same thing. The one thing as you get older that you start to worry about, and it happened to the late great Terry Pratchett, is that dementia starts to creep in. Unfortunately, it happens in very young. Most people don't get it until they're in very advanced age, but it's one thing that you start to worry about as you get older. and I will do absolutely anything in my power to stave that off as long as possible, including keeping the brain active as much as I can. And I suppose really that's why I'm doing what I'm doing today, streaming, because again it all helps to keep everything going as it should. Or at least that's what I feel. I may be wrong. Medically speaking, I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but I feel that it helps and I enjoy doing it, so why not? As usual, I will be putting this video on YouTube just to see how well it does. Hopefully it'll do better than the last one, and that did quite well. That got 58 views, which is nothing in the grand scheme of things, but quite impressive for me. Incidentally, the title of this is a reference to the fact that the sound was crap last time, hence the this time enunciate thing. Just hope this Tammy's got something worthwhile when we get there, whoever she is. The other thing that I've often thought about doing on the stream, although you would run into copyright very quickly, is basically to introduce people to a bit of the 60s and 70s and 80s stuff that I love, but unfortunately the only way you can do that is by clips, music and whatever, and then you will run into copyright very, very quickly. So I don't think that's a goer, but so I'd love to do that. To show people what it is that I like about those eras. It's all looking very green in the rain here. I'm from the southeast of England, and anyone who lives in England very long knows that it rains a lot of the time, or it used to. Not so much. This last winter's been very dry, which we'll obviously be told with climate change, although I'm not so convinced on that one. We actually had snow yesterday, only about 5 minutes worth, but we had snow yesterday. And here we are. Go and find Tammy and see what she wants us to do. If it's anything to do with driving, not that good. You have to have about 5 hands to drive a wagon in this game.
Alright. No need to apologize. Hey,
Oh, it's this one.
Are you looking to make some money? Okay, so we've got ourselves a teeny-weeny problem. See, somebody who shall remain nameless let the darn horses get loose. Ain't that right, Gray?
Well, now, I told you I was sat right here. Didn't hear nothing.
Maybe if you had your face out of my pipe for 5 minutes.
Oh, a little bit of innuendo there.
That's like asking a man not to breathe, princess. But anyhow,
She's conjuring up some very silly
there's
images
a
of one
creepy
one.
old place down in Lemoyne. The Cave, it's called. Full of outlaws, degenerates. Well, you'd be doing the world a favor by relieving them of their poor horses. I'll tell you that for free.
Oh, I do like it when you take charge, Sugar Lump.
Go to La Caille, wherever that is. Okay. Oh, locked door. Go this way then. temperature on the computer today is very low. Last time I was streaming, I believe I was having the door shut in the room that I'm streaming. Today I've got it open. I think it does make a difference because the temperature is only sort of hovering around the 70 to 80 mark, whereas previously it was 81, 82, 83. So I think it makes a difference temperature-wise to the ambient temperature in the room and the temperature of the computer. Take a bit of a shortcut here. Last time I did one of these missions, I ended up just about managing to get to the drop-off point while I was being shot. I'm so hoping I've got these sounds right, the volumes right at the moment, otherwise you guys will probably suffer in the same as you did last time, which is you can barely hear me. I think I've got it sorted this time, and we'll find out as soon as I finish this stream. I'll have to go off and have a listen. I mentioned some of my favourite Twitch performers. Not that word, right word, perhaps, but Twitch performers anyway. But on YouTube particularly, I can recommend a guy called Men Who Stare at Games. It's all one word. I believe it's all lowercase. If you like his kind of humour, which I do, then it's well worth listening. He plays games, but while he's playing games, he gives some very interesting, funny, witty comedy. Go ahead and try it. Give him a shout. Find him on YouTube. Men Who Stare at Games. I believe at the moment he's playing Witcher 3. He's playing Dead Space, the new Dead Space, and also I can't remember what the other one is now. Oh God, what's it called? Oh, of course, Hogwarts Legacy. So those are the 3 games he's playing at the moment. Well worth giving them a listen, watch. I suppose really if there's anybody that I want to emulate in this in the streaming situation, it's probably him. He's got a really good, fast, witty sense of humour, a bit of sarcasm, a bit of everything. It's well worth a look. Right, we seem to be getting near where we're supposed to be, so maybe time for a bit of stealth. No idea where the horse is, but I'm imagining it's got to be on the ground. Amazing. Killed within seconds. Right. I believe I mentioned last time that sometimes my screen cuts out. If you can see it, I don't know, but nearly. I was going to try and take the horse without being shotted. Right, okay, let's try again. Let's swim it this time, shall we? Oh dear, I told you I wasn't brilliant, but you wouldn't listen. Yeah, where are we going now? Right. try again. Now usually these give quite a good reward, so I shall hope they do. You notice good old Roach is following on behind me. Roach the third. Someone's following me again. Damn. Got a feeling the timer's going to run down on this one again. A bit of luck it may not, but I've got a feeling it will. Right, let's try again. One good thing about these games from my point of view is, as I said, I'm not that brilliant at them, but they do give you 3 or 4 goes. And we're at the drop-off point, so... Nice if I could see somewhere to hit him too. It's a bit dark. Huh. Oh. Well, we've got some gold bar bits, if you pardon the expression. Right, well, I think we've done a long enough time to give this a good test now, so I'm going to end the stream here, and I should be able to tell how well I'm doing. So I'm going to leave it there and say goodbye to all you lovely people. As I say, please bear with me. I will carry on improving things, and hopefully at some point you'll see me doing more professional streams. But in the meantime, thank you for bearing with me, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.